So I am Kurt, and I am the owner of a company called Kurt's Card Care, and it's kind of a unique little gig here. So what I do is I specialize in making restoration products for all things, cleaning collectible cards like baseball cards, basketball cards, Pokemon, little treasures like that. As a business owner and this type of hobby, it's almost like a human thing, to tell you the truth. I have customers all over the world, and they all love cards. And I think it's really just like, it's almost like a photograph. You know, a lot of people will collect cards because it's like, it reminds them of a game they love or a sport they love. So it's one of those great things that doesn't even really need a whole lot of explanation. So card collecting, to me, it's changed. You know, as a kid, it was exciting because I was told as a little kid that they were like treasures. And I remember my parents saying stuff to me like, if I would have only bought these things or held on to these from when I was a kid, we could be in a mansion by now. And I'd be like, dude, I want a mansion, you know? So like when I was young, I think that was a pretty bold claim to get you involved in something, you know? So it started off with like treasure hunting. Now it's turned into something that is like a humongous blessing. It's funny of all things that I'm a person that makes a product and teachings of how to take care of little collectible cards, when that almost sounds like that's really a thing. That's really a thing. But it's just like special to me because it's something I always did organically as a kid. But now, totally fun to be able to teach people all around the world how to take care of their little treasures. It kind of makes you feel like I knew I wasn't the only one. My mother got me into cards originally because she would come home from work, and just like any kid, you know, it's cool if your mom brings you a treat after work. So it was the 80s, and a card that was very popular then was Garbage Pail Kids. But then when I started collecting cards, my uncle noticed, and he was like, hey man, I want to take you to a card show. I was like, there's a place where there's many of these things, you know? So like I got to go to a card show, and holy cool. I didn't have any money, I was a little kid, but I remember the card. It was a baseball player from the 80s. He was a good pitcher. I don't even know if he's a Hall of Famer now, but his name was Orel Hershiser. I got it, it's right here on the wall, I still got it. So garbage pail to baseball, and that's where it all started. When did I have that like moment where I'm like, this could be a business? It was kind of by accident. And I think that sometimes like when you hear business stories, that it's like kind of cliche to hear that, but it's like, I started doing all of these trades and skills that I built a business on for myself. Because like when you're doing something or building something, like here in my little room where I sit and work, I didn't really think outside of it. I made an Instagram page because I made some of my products and my teachings for some of my local friends here around Metro Detroit. All of a sudden, I started getting a lot more interest, a lot more questions. People ask me, will you do this for me? That's when I was like, you know, I think I got something here that I could really teach people how to do, and they'd have fun doing it and then get great results. And that was it, man. I didn't start out with a business in mind. I started out with a passion in mind, something I love to do. And I doubled down, and I didn't listen to anybody else or take any advice or ask. I knew it. There's a little bit of art in what I do. There's a little bit of science in what I do. There's a lot of effort in what I do. And if I'm not entertaining myself, I'm not having fun. This is something like whatever gig you're into, I think you gotta love it, and selfishly you gotta do it for yourself too. You know, it's like you gotta if you're not having fun and doing something awesome, how do I expect all of my customers to like do the same exact thing? You know, so I know it's like pretty basic, but really the vision for the future is, you know, keep the love for what you do alive, and things will fall into place.